principal of the Western Steamboat League stand committed to hosting events which support the highest ideals of sportsmanship and educationally based athletics.
Just in time.
Just in time. It's time to ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Matchup between the Rifle High School Bears and your Steamboat Sailors. As the teams are getting ready to take the field, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that there is homemade chili, and I think I saw 8 of Caroline Bowman's famous cream puffs at the concession stand. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the players take the field. I'd like to introduce our visiting players coming all the way from Rifle High School. Number 1, Alexis Lopez Jimenez. Number 2, Gerardo Bejar. Number 4, Alberto Dominguez. Number 10, Luis Molina. Number 6, Mark Valencia. Number 7, Paul Ceros. Number 12, Isaac Rivas. Number 13, Emmanuel Marin. Number 14, Danny Espinoza. Number 15, Andres Guerrero. Number 23, Alonso Ruiz. Number 25, Jair Goya. Number 29.
Great venue and supplies to host a hot dog or bake sale. I love it. Every weekend I can shop at Ace and support a great cause. Steamboat Ace, you're proud to support the Steamboat Sailors shopping place.
I'm Terry. And this is Phil from Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we have gone green with Enviro-based paint. And we are proud supporters of Steamboat Sailors Sports.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon.
879-1515.
Yeah, could you do it?
Yeah.
And then, hey, SD card's in there, so just...
Hi, Steamboat friends. This is Charlie Green from Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Do you ever notice how grumpy your parents get when house guests arrive? Or how mean your big sister gets when you have to share her room for the weekend? I've got the secret to keep everyone happy. Stop by Mountain Mattress and Furniture on Loggers Lane for the best price and selection on Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and Simmons mattresses. Plus a great selection of linens and even comfy mattresses for the pull-out couch. If everyone sleeps, everyone stays happy, and a great mattress from Mountain Mattress and Furniture is the secret.
Steamboat Resorts is a proud sponsor of Sailor Athletics. Do you have friends or family coming to town, but space at your place is a little tight? Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals is here to help. Steamboat Resorts has been the lodging leader here for over 30 years, and we've got great rates at more than 800 units in 38 properties around the base area. Call us at 879-8000 and ask for the Locals Connection discount. That's the Locals Connection, 879-8000, or visit steamboatresorts.com.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. I'm Chris Puckett, your Steamboat Springs Edward Jones financial advisor. Now's the time to make investments that can help provide money for the ever-rising cost of college. There's more than one strategy to save for college. Please come in to discuss your options.
For a free college cost analysis, call Chris Puckett at 879-1851 or stop by his office at 941 Lincoln Avenue. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Let's go, Sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast. Well, fall's upon us this time for some hometown soccer on the Gardner pitch. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates each player on the Sailor soccer squad. Steamboat High School athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, slide tackle through our doors. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Gardner Field. Your Steamboat Sailors boys soccer team just about set to take on the visiting Rifle Bears. Rifle comes in at 3-5 overall, 2-4 in league play. Your Sailors are 7-2-1 overall, 5-2-1 in league play, and coming down to a very important stretch for them as they are going to be, I want to say, we got 5 more games, I believe, all of them here at home, starting with this one against the Rifle Bears. It should be a great matchup. This Steamboat team was able to beat this Rifle squad a couple weeks ago. 4-1 was the final. It was down in Rifle, always a little bit different of a field to play on as it is a smaller pitch. It's natural grass, and your Sailors have been getting used to once again playing on this beautiful Gardner Field and the turf that is here. Looking forward to this matchup. Steamboat looking like they are donning their home black uniforms, silver numbers and trim. Extremely difficult for me to deal with that one, but I will do my best, so bear with me if I am mistaken in some identities throughout the evening. Do want to thank a few of our sponsors before we get this opening kickoff. Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friend. As well as the Corner Slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat. Your Sailors come in. There was a little bit of rain here throughout the JV game. It did dry out towards the end of that game and throughout warm-ups, so there may be a little bit of residual wet field to play on, but it should, for the most part, be a pretty decent outing here for both squads. It shouldn't affect them too much. Your Sailors are going to start off in the first half of play, going left to right on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. Everything's up and going. You should be able to live stream this one. You can also watch it on our YouTube channel. Just go to Steamboat Radio, subscribe, and you can watch away on all of the Steamboat Sailors athletics. Looks as though it's going to be Rifle who will have the ball first here in the big circle. Caparelli's up front. He's got Bowman with him, and it looks as though Lopez is out there as well. He's going to start at least with that mid-attack slot. Now Lopez is getting ushered off the field here, perhaps, or just moved over that far side. Indeed, that's the case. Again, Steamboat left to right here on the radio dial. And we're just about set, waiting on that opening whistle. We get it, and the first touch of the ball here from Gardner Field on a Tuesday evening. Intercepted ball by Lopez. He sends one up that left wing immediately, and Bowman's going to chase this one down, trying to turn the corner. He comes back to the ball. Bowman now trying to serve one in. That one's cleared out. Good defensive play from the Bears. And then Riley Moore comes up with a possession for a moment. His pass is not a good one. It turns into a possession for Rifle, but a nice jump on the ball from Kevin Castor. He's able to make his way to the near sideline, feeding Caparelli. Steps back into the middle of the field here. Offensive opportunity for Steamboat in the first minute of play, but it's curtailed and turned the other way as Rifle tries to attack. And it is the speedy Emmanuel Marine up this near wing. He's going shoulder to shoulder with Caparelli. Caparelli goes down. Marine tumbles over him. Both watch as the ball goes out of play, and it is off of a Rifle player last there. So a very jam-packed first minute of play here from Gardner Field. Scoreless still. Riley Moore just gets barreled over there, and he was unhappy with that. And an early card here getting pulled out against the Rifle Bears, and just like that, a yellow card. It looks as though that was Luis Molina who gets the yellow. Just a minute and 15 seconds here elapsed in half number one. That was a dangerous play. He was tumbling right over Riley Moore, and Molina will have to sub off per Chassa rules, and so Rifle will make a quick substitution here. Kevin Castor is going to be the man to kick this one in. They're asking the clock to stop here now for a moment. Now it's going to be Quezada swinging it outside far sideline. Taken there by Gabe Davis. Goes back to Sam Brown. Brown works it right up the middle of the pitch with a touch to Moore. His one touch on the ball sends it into the Rifle territory. And eventually it's going to be worked all the way back to Jimenez, the goalkeeper here for the Bears. Sends one upfield once again. That one knocked down by Quezada. Worked that far sideline. Lopez keeps it alive. Nice job there from Lopez just in front of his own bench, just to get to that ball and keep it from crossing the line in totality. Now it's worked up the field again, trying to get up that left flank, but it looks as though a foul called and a free kick here for Rifle. Bears are going to take this with Bowman in the vicinity. Lopez there as well. Big service comes right up the middle of the field. Hits off of Arias, comes to the near sideline. He's going to try and chase it down. Can't find any success in keeping that alive. Had to make sure he didn't go down on this near sideline. Looks as though substitution is going to be made here for Rifle as Molina will check back into the game for the Bears. 37-16 left here in this first half of play. Scoreless from Gardner Field. Toss comes from the near side. It's a boomer. It's all the way into the 18. Kovac is out, though it's going to be taken by Connell, and he'll clear the danger area. Swatting that one to the near side. Looks as though Arias and Connell are wearing the captain's bands here for this matchup against Rifle. Another big booming throw into the 18, headed out. Nice job there from your Sailors. Caparelli takes over. He comes to the near sideline, passes up to Arias on the overlap, and a good little switch of the field there from Arias, though it did get away from Bowman and eventually goes out of play at the far midfield line. Throwing for Rifle now. They're going to just opt for the short decision there, and a handball that was missed, or at least that's what Lopez thought. No whistle. Instead, it's going to be kicked out of bounds by Rifle. Far sideline now deep in their own territory. Your Sailors will have a throw of their own. Just about 4 minutes gone now here in the first half of play. This one is going to go over the head of Lopez. He is able to at least push it forward, and chasing it down is Quinn Connell. It's passed back and cleared out. Nice job there from Jimenez. Taken and worked to the middle of the field again. Riley Moore couldn't come up with it. So it does look as though I was off somewhat. This field is not dried out all that much. You can see that the players are somewhat hesitant to make full-fledged runs at some of these loose balls, as it is a little bit wet out there and somewhat dangerous. So hopefully no one goes down too hard today. Here's Moore now. Touches one in. He's found Connell. Connell touches over to the left wing. He found Lopez on that pass. He had to reverse to get back to that ball. Did so successfully. Comes to the middle of the field again with a pass to Quezada in the big circle. Quezada reverses course. He's got a couple open players. Doesn't find one initially. Trying to turn a quarter around a defender. Still looking for options on a pass. And eventually he just feeds it to the Rifle Bears. Arias, though, steps into a passing lane himself. Takes the ball back for Steamboat for a moment. He's going to step up and fire one to to Riley Moore. Quickly to the middle of the field, he finds Quinn Connell. Connell turns it back to that far side. Looking for the through ball, a little too much on that. It was behind Bowman and too far for Lopez, and so it goes harmlessly into Jimenez's hands for the Bears. And he'll trot out to the top of his 18. 5 minutes gone now in half number 1. Still scoreless from Gardner Field. Your Steamboat Sailors left-right on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7. Online as well at steamboatradio.com. Though there was some rain earlier today, make sure that you still swing over to Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Also, Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Ball worked from that far side of the field. Here's Quezada now. He's going to try and touch it up that left wing. He's got his man. Nice overlap play there from Davis. Tries to cut into the middle of the pitch, though he's going to be curtailed on that attack, and Rifle takes over. Lopez, though, in support for Steamboat, does take it back, and he's going to work it up the flank. Nice job from Lopez. He gets out of a phone booth, and he tries to serve one in. He's got Murphy Bowman coming in, shooting one just wide. Murphy Bowman was on the nice side of a receiving service there from Lopez. That was a beauty, and off the volley just fired it wide by, well, I'd say about 10 feet. He got all of that one and sent it almost into Highway 40. Jimenez now is going to take this on a goal kick for the Rifle Bears with 33 minutes and change remaining here in the first half of play. Steps up now. Okay, so it wouldn't have counted regardless. It looks as though they did call that one an offsides. An interesting fact nonetheless. Here now is Steamboat with the ball. Once again, they're in their own half of play. Worked up to Quezada at the midfield line. Now he swings it outside, looking for Lopez, far sideline. He's got him. Back now to Davis. Davis looking to the middle of the field. Opts instead to go back to Sam Brown, deep in his own half. Brown fires a pass up to Connell. Settles it with the left leg. Gets it up to Arias, near sideline. Back to Connell, give and go. Connell now worked along further to Moore. Riley Moore is looking for a man. He's got Connell streaking down the middle. A foot race here. Quinn Connell's in behind the defense, but his one touch on the ball is going to just end up going into a little bit of a dog pile there. Connell got the initial touch, but he got away from him, and then Jimenez slid out. His defender lost his footing, and Connell tumbled in on top of both of them. Again, just an incidental play that results from this wet field here. So now it's Castor from his own back line. He's going to jump over a couple legs, still has possession, and decides to go back to Kovac. Settles with his right foot, looks up. Axel Kovac, donning a knee brace on the left knee, is going to fire one that he connected with initially with Quezada, but it's taken right back by Rifle. Their through ball, though, is going to be cut down. Nice job defensively from your Sailors. So as we could anticipate with the wet field, there's not a whole lot of possessive numbers here. And it looks as though another offside's called against your Sailors. It's really going to be a battle of wills, more so than anything, in between the 18s, because with the field as slick as it is, or seems to be at least, it's not necessarily going to be the skill set. It's more so who is more composed and able to stay on their feet. 32 minutes remaining here in half number 1, and a through ball from Moore. That one skips, and then Jimenez eventually jumps out and grabs that ball in his own 18. Now he's searching for his options. Decides to throw one up the field of play. He's got an arm on him, but it's quickly taken back. Nice tackle there from Moore. He escapes pressure. Moore slides it out to Quezada. Quezada with the left leg. Couldn't find his mark. He's going to eventually work out across the far sideline, become a throw-in for your Sailors deep in the offensive half of play. Looks as though Davis is there to take it. Gabe Davis fires one in, looking for Bowman. He's got a head on that, but it just goes directly skyward and eventually comes down. Moore lets one fly. Jimenez gets in the way. Riley Moore, knowing that you can let him fly a little bit here from range and challenge the keep. Jimenez did a good job getting his body in the way of that as well, which is, as a keeper, what you want to do on these slick conditions. It's going to be worked up the field again. Here's Riley Moore. Through ball, intercepted. Nice job there by the last man back. It looked like that was Guerrero. Now it's Moore again. Up the left wing, too far for Lopez. Taken back by Rifle. Bears turn it to that outside, and eventually they do have possession. They'll work it up the sideline. Taken back by Steamboat. Here's Lopez now. Lopez going for a service. Blocked off by a defender. Guerrero now heads it back the other way for the Bears. It comes into the middle of the pitch once more. Moore is there for your Sailors, and eventually he's dispossessed. Turn the other way, and Rifle attacks. Through ball, knocked down by Castor. Right in the big circle. Nice job from Kevin Castor. Steps up on this one. Fires a pass looking for Bowman. Stumbles over the ball. Has to recover his feet. He's not happy with the fact that he slipped on that one, and it's going to be fired up by Rifle. Hits off of a Steamboat defender. Eventually goes towards the sideline and out. and it looks as though they do say it hit off of Rifle last. I thought it was a Steamboat player who got a leg on that, but Steamboat does get the ball instead on the throw-in. Moore takes this one. He's going to go for a long one, and looking to stretch Murphy Bowman, who turns the Jets on, looking to get behind that last defenseman. Good job from the captain, Guerrero, who got in the way. Now Bowman slides back, gets a foot on the ball. Still Rifle with possession, however, as it's now Yahir Loya who takes it near side. And a long ball ends up in the hands of Jimenez. And he has relative ease gathering that one in, no problems, and he'll look for his options up the field of play. Just under half an hour left, and Jimenez got a big boot on this. Sending it, got a header to progress it along further. Kovac is out to challenge top of his 18, and a nice job there from the keeper for Steamboat. And then Moore at the other end of the field. Takes this, his through ball to Caparelli, didn't have enough on it. Now a chip through from Moore. He's got Quinn Connell offsides by Connell. So you can see Rifle once again holding that tight line. They're not allowing the Steamboat team to break through. There's been probably 4 or 5 offsides infractions against your Sailors already to this point in the game. But the big thing is that Steamboat has some speed up front. So if they get that ball timed correctly and the run time correctly, we could see some real good opportunities from the 40 or 30 all the way in. Here's Quinn Connell now. He's going to reverse course towards his back line. Fires it to Sam Brown on the Steamboat half of that midfield line. Brown reverses. He goes back further to Kevin Castor. Castor gives it off to Kovac. Kovac goes to that far side of the 18. Serves one right up the middle to Quezada. Alejo Quezada along to Gabriel Davis, working back towards the middle of the field. He switches the pitch now. He's got it to Riley Moore. Put ahead on that. Falls into the big circle. And eventually it's worked by Rifle, but only so far as Brian Arias, who got a nice play on that ball. He finds Moore. Moore steps around 1, then 2 defenders. Nice job from Riley Moore. He serves one up, but it was behind Bowman. And it's going to be Rifle who tries for a long through ball of their own. Skips once, then twice. Castor turns. Fires a pass up to Quezada. Back to Castor on a give and go. Kevin Castor now making a run of it. He jumps over a leg. Goes for a long through ball himself. He's trying to find Caparelli. Foot race here. Caparelli's going to get to it. And he's going to reverse course with the ball. Serves it back. He's got Connell. Connell's going to try and take this one into the 18 himself. Winds and fires. That one blocked off, and it looks as though it's going to be a throw-in just a couple feet off of the end line. A nice job defensively as Jose Lopez got in the lane and didn't allow for a clean shot. So Arias will take this throw. He's just a few feet off of that end line, deep here in the offensive half for your Sailors. Again, it's touched out. We'll have a deja vu play. Here is Alonzo Ruiz was out there to make a play defensively. And here's Arias again. Tries for a tough ball. Gets it into the 18. Connell's there. Shoots and scores. Quinn Connell putting it in the bottom left on a nice throw-in from Brian Arias. Makes this a 1-0 game, and your Sailors take the lead here with 27-12 remaining in the first half of play. Nice play there from Arias. He was able to heave that ball into the 18, almost into the 6, and then Connell just won a battle position there in that in tight and was able to tuck it in low. Nice job there from Quinn, one of the senior leaders here, and wearing the captain's band on this evening of soccer. 27-11 left in a 1-0 game. Your Sailors on top. Bears get the restart whistle, and with it, we resume play here from Gardner Field. Lopez comes in on a ball, 1-0 lead. Your Sailors on top, left to right on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7, online as well at steamboatradio.com. Do want to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Also, UC Health, the Yampa Valley Medical Center, bringing innovative and leading-edge care to patients throughout the Rocky Mountains. Thrown from the far sideline, eventually goes all the way into the 18, kicked up by Kovac to that far side again, out of play, and almost onto the practice field where the ball boy will have to chase it down for the Steamboat squad. Throwing in the meantime for Rifle. This one comes to the 18, headed forward there by Quezada. And I talked about it in the pregame show in that interview with Brian Harvey, but Quezada always seems to make these subtle defensive plays that won't garner a whole lot of wow factor from those of you who are listening, but he really is always right in the correct place where he needs to be and making the right play on the ball. So a very integral part of this defensive scheme for the Steamboat Sailors. Axel Kovac now picks up this ball as it was harmlessly rolling into the 18 off a Rifle Bear's foot. Kovac goes for a big booming kick now. Tried to get it up to Bowman, couldn't. Second effort comes to Quezada on the 50-50 ball. Sent up to Connell. Quinn Connell is going to be bumped off the ball on that one. Tried to get it to Riley Moore, didn't have enough on it. Now it's turned the other way, and again, comes to the 18, and eventually is gathered in by Axel Kovac. He picks this one up, looks for a roll, fakes that first one, and now he's going to kick one away once again. Kovac didn't like that. Off his mark a little bit. Ball is worked deep into Rifle territory, however. Caparelli trying to turn the Jets on here. He barrels over a man. And that's going to be a foul and a free kick. A little bit of an awkward position there. Caparelli looked like he just kind of lost his footing and was sliding again. And a free kick here for Rifle deep in their own territory. 25-16 to go. 1-0 the score. Your Sailors on top of the Bears. On a goal from Quinn Connell. Header there from Quezada. Comes right back down to earth. He gets another head on it. Pushes it forward. Midfield line. He's going to now get a foot on this one. Lopez has switched with Caparelli and is now on this right flank. Big booming throw from Arias. Challenged forward by Bowman. Pushes it behind a defender. He gets in behind him. Serves on a cross. He's got a couple guys there. And it bounces free all the way out to a shot from Davis, who got too many laces under the ball and sends it through the uprights. But a nice little play there. Murphy Bowman with a good individual effort. His uncle will be happy to hear that he's playing well to start this one off. Jimenez will have this kick from the 6 with under 25 to go in this first half of play. 1-0, your Sailors are on top in the first stanza. Jimenez now surveys his options, decides on a long ball, keeping it relatively low. Fired up that midfield line, got away from the man. Caparelli takes over for Steamboat, gets it to Connell, looking for more. A little too far for him, taken back by Rifle, numbers up the field. 4-on-2 developing, now 3-on-1, but the pass was a little too far for the intended target, and it will result in a throw-in deep in Steamboat territory for Kevin Castor and company. Castor's going to take this one up, and he is going to have to get a lot on this ball in order to not have his team be pinched into the corner. He does so. Rifle does take it for a moment. Free ball now. Challenged for, taken by Caparelli. He's got it to Arias. Brian Arias looks up the field himself. Tried to find Riley Moore. A little bit too far for him, but Moore is able to at least force the man back with a pass to Jimenez, the goalkeeper now for Rifle. Fires it upfield. That one's going to be headed by Connell. Followed up by Castor. Back into the Rifle field of play. However, the Bears take it for a moment. They do lose possession of the far sideline as Paul Cerros was not able to hang on to that ball as it came in and skipped away from him eventually. Steamboat takes over on the throw-in. It is now going to be taken by your Sailors. Work to the near side. Riley Moore has it. He's going to go for a long chip through, and it almost got past that last defender. Nice job by Dominguez, confidently curtailing that attack. Throw in, though, for a Steamboat. Happens quickly. They restart play. Quinn Connell now has this. He was trying to get it to Caparelli on one touch. Caparelli does come up with the ball. He's got it to Moore. Fakes it around a defender, puts it in, but that one should be offsides, and indeed it is. Jimenez slides out again, had that been onside, but it was not. And now Jimenez will place this ball at the top of his 18. 1-0 the score. Your Sailors on top with 22.5 to go in first half play. Ball from Jimenez. Didn't connect. Lopez had it for a moment. Couldn't come up with a second touch, though. Taking a step by Rifle. Long ball from the Bears. Comes to the 18 or dangerously near it. Kovac makes a play to Brown. Up the near sideline to Arias. And Arias now into the middle of the field with a pass to Quezada. Continues it along the big circle. Finds Quinn Connell. Stops. Fires to Moore. Riley Moore now cutting away from one man. He sends it up the field to Bowman, who's in onside. Bowman in behind the defenders. He's going to take this one. He's got a chance. He shoots. He scores. Beating Jimenez, who slid out. He kept on his feet in a great effort, and he's able to tuck one home to make this 2-0 now with 21:52 to go. Murphy Bowman gets his name in the scorers column. Jimenez slid out trying to get that ball, thinking that he could win the race against Bowman. Was unable to do so. Had a defender behind him, but tough to have a gaping net with a defender who can't use his hands, and Bowman with the ball at his feet and all day to shoot it. So it's 2-0 just like that, and your Sailors double up on their lead. They Still have 21 minutes and change to go here in this first half of play. Ball worked up. It's Connell who takes it again. They are left to right on the radio dial. Your Sailors donning their home black uniforms, silver numbers and trim. In case you're just joining us here on your Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. Here's Sam Brown. Heaves one up the field. He's got a man behind. It's Caparelli who has to try and chase this down into the far corner now. Caparelli does get there in time, and then eventually he is going to have it poked away from him. Steamboat with a throw from the far side, deep here in the offensive half. Davis is going to take it. He's got an open man and finds him. It's Quezada. Nice little heel pass, looking to go back to Davis. Didn't have enough on it. Comes back to Quezada, however, and he's just going to toss one back to Caparelli. Inside now to Moore. A little too far for him. And it's going to be pushed forward, and here now is Sam Brown. Works up to Arias. Inside to the middle of the field once again. Your Sailors trying to attack with Quezada. Leading charge. Up to Connell. Back to Moore. Chip through from Moore. Headed back the other way by Rifle. Bears attack again as Rifle definitely looking like a lot more of a solid team than we've seen in past years. And here's Connell now. Slides it in behind the defense. That's offsides. And we'll come back once again. They do have that tight line that they like to push up the field of play. It is something that has a double-edged sword because your Sailors have the speed to get in behind them if they can time the runs right. And they only need to do it a couple times to put a game away. It's 2-0 as we speak. Goals from Connell and Bowman. It's going to be worked up the field of play once again at the midfield line. Challenge for. Nice tackle from Connell. Gives it off to Quezada. Up to Moore. Moore chips one through. He's looking for Caparelli, who in a foot race will get beat to the ball by Jimenez. Sliding out. The keeper now rolls it upfield for Rifle. And we've come to the quarter point of the game. Ball worked at the midfield line. Your Sailors take it. It is Alejo Quezada. Back to Davis to the middle of the field and Quinn Connell. Turns up the field. Gets Lopez to Moore. Riley Moore back to Lopez. Lopez is alone in behind the defense. Here's Lopez. Tucks one home. Lower left corner. Daniel Lopez makes this a 3-0 game, and your Sailors jumping out to a good start here as Lopez tallies one. And you know that feels good to tuck that one home behind the keeper, especially after the last time out against Glenwood when he had a eerily reminiscent play that was stuffed by Guardado. 19:28 left now here in the first half of play, a 3-0 score. Steamboat on top. And some fresh legs for Rifle. Bears take this on the restart. Worked around to the near side. Bounces free. Push forward once again. Foot race coming up on the near side. Brown trying to push his man off the ball. Eventually, it's a whistle. And they throw in from the near side, coming up for Arias and company. Brian Arias to the middle of the field. Taken back by Rifle. Top of the 18. It's settled. Bears try to attack. Nice job jumping up there from Gabe Davis, though. And Steamboat takes over. Here's Riley Moore. With a fancy footwork, he gets it to Connell. Back outside to Davis. Going for a long ball. Looking for Caparelli. Eventually, though, chased down and pushed forward by Guerrero. And Guerrero now forced to kick it out of bounds. Throw in from the far side for your Steamboat Sailors. But before that, I believe we have a untied shoe there from the head official. We'll resume play on the ensuing whistle. Toss comes in. It's Quinn Connell who takes it. Switches the pitch. He comes to the near side. There's a opportunity here for Lopez into the 6. Takes it, fires, blocked defensively. Gives it back to Caparelli, who goes bar down. Oliver Caparelli into the upper 90 for a 4-0 lead. Your Sailors are out to a excellent start here in the first half of play. 4 goals, 4 different goal scorers here for your Sailors, and they will start warming up some players there from the bench. I just had an inquiry about why it is called a pitch. If the field is flat and not pitched at all. But in fact, it is pitched somewhat and peaking somewhat in the middle for drainage. And that is a completely made-up reason as to why they call it the pitch, in case you were wondering. Fun facts brought to you here on KTYV 105.7, online as well at steamboatradio.com. You can find out more about fun information and questions when you tune into No Boundaries on Thursdays, 4 to 6, most Thursdays that is, right here on KTYV 105.7, where Andrew Bilski asks the best questions in the boat. Here's Riley Moore. He's taking this one for Steamboat. 4-0 lead for your Sailors. Moore with a nice little play. Works by a defender. Looking for a through ball. He's got a foot race once again. Bowman's out there and eventually gets beat to the ball by Jimenez. Ball comes down the big circle now. Quezada's up to challenge for that one. Eventually, though, Rifle has it. They'll push it forward, but only so far as Gabriel Davis, who comes in the big circle and takes it back. Now it's Riley Moore. Through ball. He's got Lopez in behind the defenders. Daniel Lopez looks for Moore. Gets around the defender, or Jimenez, who slid out, but a nice job from the defender getting back. Andres Guerrero makes a great defensive play. Clears it, though it will turn in to a corner kick for your Steamboat Sailors. $17-12 left and ticking down here in first half play. 4-0 the score. Your Steamboat Sailors on top with 4 different goal scorers. Riley Moore will serve this one up. He's got a loaded box, 5 black jersey defenders, now making moves. Service comes. It's going to be cleared out, but only so far as Caparelli, who takes it back for Steamboat, fires it up to Moore. Moore now going to serve one, and once again he's got men there. What a save from Jimenez! Nice shot there from Quinn Connell, I believe, was the man who got the head on it. But a great stop from Jimenez. Remains 4-0. Your Sailors are on top. And a foul at the far side of the box will create a turnover. Here's Lopez once again. And on that left wing now. Lopez, he fires. Stopped again by Jimenez, who quickly jaunts out to the top of his 18 and rolls one forward for the Bears. 16 minutes and change to go here in first half play. 4-0 the score. Your Sailors are on top. It's going to be taken by Rifle as they try to attack, but really your Sailors have been dominant in most facets of this game. Gabriel Davis with a little bit too much extracurricular activity there. Foul and a free kick here for the Bears right about the midfield line. Rifle's looking up the field. Again, 3-5 overall. They're 2-4 in league play. You got to be excited if you are from Rifle and listening, because this is a squad that is much improved over the recent seasons. And now the Sailors will have a goal kick coming up. Kovac is going to watch on as Sam Brown takes it in his stead with just over 15 minutes left here in half number 1. Do want to thank Chris Puckett of the downtown Edward Jones office. You can call Chris Puckett at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Also Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. Friends coming to town? Give them a call at 879-8000. Ask for Locals Connection discount. And, of course, Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local, sleep great. Looks as though it's going to be all the way at the other end of the field of play. A throw-in for Steamboat. Arias takes this one. It's going to be headed out by the Rifle Bears. Moore takes over, fires one that's above the crossbar. He was rearing to let one go, and he does so. He's got an absolute rocket for a shot. This one, however, just over the goal frame, and so it remains 4-0. Your Sailors on top, and a goal kick coming up now for the Rifle Bears. Jimenez steps into this one. Launches one up the field far side. Challenge for. Steamboat took it for a moment. Davis had the last touch. It goes out of bounds just in front of the Steamboat bench. And now a throw-in for the Bears with just about 14:07 to go. Pass comes in. Bears have it, and it's worked up the field of play off the foot of Daniel Carrion. Carrion, though, couldn't get his pass to go. Chip through the other way for Steamboat. Knocked it again by the head of a Rifle defender. And the Bears will go for a long chip through of their own. Not happening there. Instead, turned by Connell. Outside to Davis. Inside to Lopez. Too far for him. Taken back by Rifle. Bears attack. Nice job from Castor jumping into a passing lane. He'll kick it along to Gabriel Davis, who goes right up the middle of the field here on a pass that is to no one except those in white jerseys. Taken by Guerrero. And the captain for this Rifle Bear squad. Fires a pass up that right flank. They try to attack, but a nice job again by your Steamboat Sailors, swarming defensively, make nice plays at the ball. 4-0 the score. Your Sailors are on top. 4 different goal scorers opened up by Quinn Connell. Murphy Bowman had the second. Lopez the third, and it's Caparelli who's got the fourth. And here comes Oliver Caparelli, tucks one towards the goal. Big save again from Jimenez, who had confidence to grab that out of the air. Nice saves here from Jimenez, keeping this one at a reasonable score, at least for the time being. Your Sailors right now, they've really opened up the floodgates. It has been a constant attack from the opening kickoff. Just under 13 minutes left now in first half play. It's going to be Bowman who challenges. He goes shoulder to shoulder with a defender for Rifle, and eventually goes off of a Steamboat player out of bounds just in front of the Bears bench, and it will be a Rifle throw-in. Toss comes, headed along. Nice job from Brown then, getting up and getting a head on it himself. Long ball the other way. It's going to be pursued by Caparelli. He sees he's not going to get there. Pulls up a little bit, and Jimenez will take this for Rifle, trying to get some help and direct his troops. Comes in the near side with a big punt and finds his man. Do want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, homeowner's friend. And who can forget the Corner Slice? Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat. Here's another chance. Bowman's in behind the defense. Cheeky play there. Gets knocked down by Jimenez. He tried to finesse one over the keeper, and Bowman doesn't like his choice on that one, and he'll be talking to himself about it for at least the next 15 to 17 seconds. Here's Lopez again, through ball of his own, going up that left wing. He's got Caparelli if he can chase it down before the sideline. He does. Caparelli turns, passes one back to Davis, who is coming in support, and he'll continue it along to Kevin Castor, and Castor ducks a shoulder, gets around one defender, then two, moves one into the middle of the field to Bowman, back now to Connell, steps around a defender, lets one fly, blocked off another defender's leg. It's going to be coming to the near side, push right back out front. Connell missed it, shot goes just wide. Bowman with a great chance there, and Jimenez just had no idea where that was going. Did that end up going in? I thought. I guess Bowman. $5-0 there for Steamboat. That went through the net. There must be a hole back there. I did not. I thought he had just misfired again, but Bowman does end up scoring. It's 5-0, and your Sailors have got to like what they've done here to start this first half of play against Rifle, as they bring in some players off the bench. Noah Heckel checks in, as does Bryce Zetzman. Now here's Lopez in the big circle, has help from Connell. Connell looks up the field and decides to work it up the right wing. He's got Noah Heckel and the Wizard coming towards the 18, eventually dispossessed, though it does go across the sideline, or the end line, pardon. So a corner kick coming up here for your Steamboat Sailors. Riley Moore will again step out to take this for the Sailors. Just about 10.5 to go in half number one. A 5-0 score. Bowman's got two, Connell with one, and Caparelli and Lopez round out the scores for your Sailors. Now it's Moore. Riley Moore from the near side against Steamboat left to right. Service comes in. It's headed out by a defender, put back the other way by Arias, blocked down again by Rifle, headed back again by Arias, cleared out by Rifle, and the ping-pong match with the heads continues. Eventually Lopez takes it. He was going to go for goal there from well beyond top of the 18, blocks off a defender, goes back to Brown on his own half of the midfield line. He continues it to the top of his own 18 with a pass to Kovac. Chips one up. He's got Quinn Connell, gets away from him, comes back, and the teams contend, as on the far side it's Gabriel Davis who eventually takes this for the Sailors and quickly resumes play with a throw into Sam Brown. Brown's pass up the middle, ill-advised. Shot comes from Rifle. Misfired, though, from Isaac Rivas, who had that at the top of the 18 himself on a bad pass from Brown. 9:20 to go here. Substitutions on both sides. Alfredo Perez checking in, as is Joey Westermeyer for the Steamboat Sailors. Brown will be the one to kick this one away for Steamboat. Up 5-0 here against the Rifle Bears. Ball works up the middle of the field of play, eventually taken back by the Bears, and they will try and get it up that far side. Can't do it. Nice job there from Brown, getting his leg in the lane. Worked up now, and here's a foot race. In behind the defense is Connell, and he had a touch on the ball that sent it a little too far. Jimenez comes out and will eventually gather it in. Jimenez now surveys his options on the field, punts one, returns to earth, skips once. Westermeyer takes a swing at it, just a bit outside. Now Perez has it for the Sailors. Try to work it out to Westermeyer, couldn't get it there. Taken back by Rifle, they'll try to attack. And the Bears knocked down again. This time it's Sam Brown who was able to challenge and eventually take the ball back. Finds Moore, and Riley Moore will work it to the middle of the field here as he tries to shake off of a defender there. Gets it right back on a give and go to Quinn Connell. Chip through there from Moore. He was looking for Bryce Zetzman, couldn't connect. And it's turned back by Brian Arias. Under 8 to go now. Arias has this. He's going to just scoot away from pressure. Gets it up to Caparelli. Slides at that ball. And Zetzman will take it, and looks as though Caparelli's got a foul called against him on a delayed call and a delayed whistle. Free kick here for Rifle. They're about 15 to 20 yards deep in their own half of play. Looks as though the kicker's going to be Paul Ceros, another one of the captains here for this Rifle squad. Sends one up the field of play, skips into the 18, and Axel Kovac is out to make a play at that. He'll throw one up the field, finds Quinn Connell. He couldn't quite control, and eventually it's going to be chased down on the far side, though Kevin Castor, with good body positioning, able to tackle it away from Emmanuel Marine, who was in pursuit. Ball comes to the top of the 18. Shot coming on goal into the back of the net, and Rifle will tally here. A 5-1 lead still for your Steamboat Sailors, but a nice-looking shot from beyond the 18 by the Rifle Bears. If I'm not mistaken, that may have been Guerrero who was able to step up.
First in game for number 15, Andres Guerrero.
So indeed, that is the call. Guerrero with the tally for Rifle. It's 5-1. Your Sailors on top here with 7:04 to go. So still a lot of time left in this first half of play, and of course a full second half to go as well. Westermeyer up now. Tried to find Connell. He got dispossessed as he was swarmed by 2, then 3 defenders. Now it's going to be Riley Moore who tries to get away from those same 3 defenders in the phone booth. Here is Westermeyer, touches into Perez, up now to Moore. Moore trying to get away again is tackled off of his possession, and it's headed forward by Rifle, who tries to capitalize on their first goal of the game. They can't come up with a second opportunity at frame. Instead, it's worked by Steamboat again. Joey Westermeyer, far side. He's going to try and get free. Eventually, at the far side of the field of play, goes out of bounds off a Steamboat player. Throw-in coming up now for this Rifle Bears team. They try and push it forward. Taken instead by Steamboat. Cleared out by Arias. He's got Brown quickly up to Zetzman. Leaves it off for Caparelli. Steps in the middle of the field with his first touch. And will take this one, getting around a defender. Sliding forward again. Very slick field out there today. Rifle does take it away from Caparelli eventually. They'll work it the other way and find the offensive end as the Bears try to just build off of that first goal that they were able to score. 5-1, though, your Steamboat Sailors on top here in this game. Half number 1 still from Gardner Field. Do want to thank Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always make by accident. And you can call them at 879-1515. Also, Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Another goal. Wow. A shot there as Kovac was just caught in no man's land. Miguel Pelias from range for the Rifle Bears makes this a 5-2 game. And Kovac will just have to take that as a learning curve. 5:15 left here in this first half of play. 5-2 the score now. as Pelias was able to send that one home from about 10 yards beyond the top of the 18. And it's always tough as a keeper. You got to make sure that you have your angles right, because if you get caught in no man's land, something like that can happen where Pelias really just floated that one in. 5-2 the score nonetheless. Ball work back to Kovac again off the ensuing kick, and he now turns this one up the field, looking for more. Touch to the big circle, and there is Bryce Zetzman. Zetzman tries to get the through ball. He finds Caparelli. Caparelli now goes for one of his own, looking for Noah Heckel. He's onside. Noah Heckel tries to reverse course around a defender and fires a pass to Perez. Clearing attempt is knocked short, and Steamboat once again trying to find some offense. Since they've taken off some of their bigger name players, it seems though the Sailors have not been able to continue their dominance that we were seeing to that point in the game. Of course, the 2 goals that Rifle have scored in succession coming when big names for Steamboat have already taken the bench here in first half play. 4:20 left now in the first stanza. 5-2 score. Hello, Colorado. Here's Joey Westermeyer trying to chase it down far side. Gets away from him, and eventually it's going to be a throw-in for Steamboat as it did go off a Rifle Bears player last. And substitutions being made here for Rifle.
Substitute for the Bears.
And the Bears now will have a throw just in front of their own bench.
Number 12, Isaac Rivas.
Ball worked by Rifle here around that midfield line. It's going to be taken to the near side and eventually overran, then once again resuming possession at Cerros. Goes to his back line, finds the foot of Dominguez. Dominguez up that far sideline, too far for his intended target as it skipped under the foot of Roberto Jacobo. Now it's Westermeyer for Steamboat. He's getting directed back by the officiating crew. He'll have a throw in from the far side, deep in his own territory of play. Westermeyer goes up to Gabe Davis. I'm not sure what kind of play that was. Rifle now will have a throw of their own. That was Noah Heckel, not Gabe Davis. Sorry. Toss comes in. Bears possess. Far sideline. They'll try and do a little chip through. Push forward by Kevin Castor. Challenged forward by the Wizard, and eventually goes off a Rifle player last. Throw in for Steamboat. Heckel takes this one. Sends it up the field to play. Got away from Quinn Connell. Another throw for the Sailors, though. Connell will turn out towards that far sideline, and he'll take it himself for the Steamboat squad, just in front of his own bench. Taken out by Riley Moore. Cuts to the near side. Chip through for Moore. That one's going to be an offsides. Even if Caparelli had been able to chase it down, Jimenez was there as well. Met him with the goaltending gloves. He'll place this one just outside the 18, and we'll kick it away on the resuming whistle. Heaves one up the field to play with the right leg. 2:17 left here in the first half. A 5-2 score. Your Sailors are on top of the visiting Rifle Bears. I want to thank UC Health at Yampa Valley Medical Center, bringing innovative and leading-edge care to patients throughout the Rocky Mountains. Also, Chris Puckett at the downtown Edward Jones office. You can call Chris Puckett at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Can't forget about Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. And Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. Rifle takes over now with 95 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Worked around the pitch and eventually taken by the Bears. Then Caparelli takes back for Steamboat on a good tackle. Finds Moore, reverses around a defender. Passes up, he's got Connell. Back to Moore on a give and go. Too far for him, though. It was challenged and taken by Rifle. Though nice job jumping up on it by Joey Westermeyer. Gets it up to Moore again. Westermeyer has been... That's not Westermeyer. He's still on the far side. I thought they have similar shoes. That's really what I was looking for, but it's actually Phoenix Tage, who is this right outside back right now for your Sailors. A header there from Riley Moore. Elevates. Quinn Connell gets up there as well for the Sailors, and it looks as though Jimenez is going to take this and gather it in, and will eventually trot out to the top of his own 18. Fakes a throw, punts it now, and it goes over the head of his intended target. 50-50 ball comes down to the Steamboat Sailors. Perez tried to send Kevin Castor. He couldn't do it. Steamboat follows up. Possession here for Riley Moore. He's going to serve it to his back line. Brian Arias waits for it there. Deep in his own half of play, Arias sends one up to the midfield line with a pass to Castor. Outside now to Joey Westermeyer, far sideline. He tries to send it up to Heckel, couldn't connect. Arias has to head one forward again. And then Rifle goes back and forth with your Sailors, 18 seconds on the clock. Castor heads it forward again towards that midfield line, taken by the Bears for a moment, taken back again by Steamboat. Ball comes up. Zetzman's in challenging for it, and it bounces around, and eventually he's going to be taken by Riley Moore in the big circle here. 3 seconds to go. He tried to let one fly on goal. Not going to get there. We head to halftime. 5-2 the score. Your Steamboat Sailors on top by 3 goals here after the first 40. They opened up with the first 5, and then it's been Rifle and then Rifle who came back with the last 2. We'll be back with the second half of play. This is your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. Back with the last 2. We'll be back with the second half of play.
Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM is brought to you by
Skip your Alpine Lumber, Steamboat,
The Corner Slice,
Alpine Lumber, Colorado,
Steamboat Ace Hardware,
Best Supplier, Materials, Related Services,
and Furniture, Steamboat Resorts, Homeowner Vacation Rentals, and
offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Spring Sailor Soccer this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's choice.
I'm a 5th-generation Coloradan. I am king of the father-daughter ball. I am a professional power lifter, and even better, at piggyback rides. I am not just a man who suffered his 3rd heart attack by age 42. I am Michael Wales, and I am still going strong.
In 2015, Michael was treated at UC Health for a near-fatal heart attack. Now he's back to lifting weights and lifting the bar for all of us. UC Health. Live extraordinary.
The Corner Slice is proud to support the Steamboat Sailors. Celebrate with great food, fun, and friends. Hey students, stop in and grab lunch to go. 2 slices for only $5. Or stay and play games in a laid-back, family-friendly atmosphere. Featuring delicious Brooklyn-style pizza, the Corner Slice is the perfect place to celebrate the Sailors or just come and chill with friends. Open daily from noon to close, and the pizza is hot and ready to go. Located upstairs in Old Town Square at 7th and Lincoln, the Corner Slice, you're gonna love it.
The team of Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor Sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touchdown dances.
Puckett to the downtown Edward Jones office. It's time now for Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and steamboatradio.com.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
My name is Murphy Bowman, and I'm a senior. I am number 13. I'm a center forward. I've been playing since I was 3. I also like to free ski in the winter, just with my friends. I'd like to go to college, maybe at Westminster in Salt Lake or Fort Lewis. I'd like to play soccer in college. That'd be pretty ideal. In 10 years, I see myself with a dog living somewhere up in the woods, maybe. Outside of school, I mainly just play soccer. I like to hang out with my friends as well. My favorite subject in school is shop. I like the teacher, Scopa. He's a pretty fun guy. He teaches you a lot of life skills. I really like Star Wars. Just kind of grew up watching that. Last summer, I didn't really do much except for go to California with the soccer team, but even then I didn't do much because I had a broken wrist. My goals for the season, I'd like to try to outdo myself from last season, see if I made any improvement. Goals in life, I'd just like to be successful, be a happy person. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is probably the bus rides to our soccer games. My name is Murphy Bowman. I'm a senior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
This has been your Sailor Spotlight on KTYV 105.7 and online at steamboatradio.com.
Steamboat Ace is a proud sponsor of the Steamboat Sailors. That's not the only way Ace supports the kids in our community.
Hi, Bridget here from Steamboat Ace. We are so proud to be a part of the Steamboat community. It's our priority to support and encourage positive activities and hobbies for our youth.
How do you do that?
In addition to local scholarships, Ace invites the sailor community to fundraise for their activity or club by providing a great venue and supplies to host a hot dog or bake sale.
I love it. Every weekend I can shop at Ace and support a great cause.
Steamboat Ace, you're proud to support the Steamboat Sailors shopping place.
I'm Terry.
And this is Phil
From Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we have gone green with Enviro-based paint, and we are proud supporters of Steamboat Sailors Sports.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon.
879-1515.
Hi, Steamboat friends. This is Charlie Green from Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Do you ever notice how grumpy your parents get when house guests arrive? Or how mean your big sister gets when you have to share her room for the weekend? I've got the secret to keep everyone happy. Stop by Mountain Mattress and Furniture on Loggers Lane for the best price and selection on Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and Simmons mattresses. Plus a great selection of linens and even comfy mattresses for the pull-out couch. If everyone sleeps, everyone stays happy, and a great mattress from Mountain Mattress and Furniture is the secret.
Steamboat Resorts is a proud sponsor of Sailor Athletics. Do you have friends or family coming to town, but space at your place is a little tight? Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals is here to help. Steamboat Resorts has been the lodging leader here for over 30 years, and we've got great rates at more than 800 units in 38 properties around the base area. Call us at 879-8000 and ask for the Locals Connection discount. That's the Locals Connection, 879-8000, or visit steamboatresorts.com.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailor.
My name is Owen Peterson. I'm a freshman in high school. I'm number 37, and I play as a winger. I've been playing for as long as I can remember. Along with soccer, I like to play sports like I really enjoy track and basketball for fun and skiing. I don't really know where I'd like to go to college because that's pretty far out, but I definitely would like to go to college. If I go to college, I don't think that I'll be playing any sports. I can't really see myself in 10 years because that's far away, but I'd like to possibly be starting a family by then or something like that. Outside of school, I'm also involved in, I really enjoy fishing, hanging out with my friends, being with family, and working. My favorite subject in school is probably science. I don't really have a favorite. They're all the same to me. My favorite movie is, I don't really have a favorite. I like a bunch of movies. My goals for this season are just to improve as a player and make new friends. My goals for life are just to probably have a family and work hard. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is just that family and the brotherhood. My name is Owen Peterson, and I'm a freshman, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
This has been your Sailor Spotlight on KTYV 105.7 and online at steamboatradio.com.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. I'm Chris Puckett, your Steamboat Springs Edward Jones financial advisor. Now's the time to make investments that can help provide money for the ever-rising cost of college. There's more than one strategy to save for college. Please come in to discuss your options.
For a free college cost analysis, call Chris Puckett at 879-1851 or stop by his office at 941 Lincoln Avenue. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Let's go, sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank, and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast. Well, fall's upon us, and it's time for some hometown soccer on the Gardner pitch. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates each player on the Sailor soccer squad. Steamboat High School athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, slide tackle through our doors. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Skip Beardo from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat Springs. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailors soccer this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's choice.
I'm a fifth-generation Coloradan. I am king of the father-daughter ball. I am a professional power lifter, and even better, at piggyback rides. I am not just a man who suffered his third heart attack by age 42. I am Michael Wales, and I am still going strong.
In 2015, Michael was treated at UC Health for a near-fatal heart attack. Now he's back to lifting weights and lifting the bar for all of us. UC Health. Live extraordinary.
It's time for the Sailor Spotlight. A chance to learn more about your Steamboat Sailors.
My name is Eli, and I'm a sophomore. My number is 49, and I play midfield. I've been playing soccer for about 9 years. I also like to snowboard, and I used to play hockey, and I mountain bike. I don't really know where I'd want to go to college yet, and I don't think I'll be playing in college in any sport. Outside of school, I like to play musical instruments like the trumpet. I like hanging out with my friends, and I work. My favorite subject in school is probably science. I just think it's interesting. I have a lot of favorite movies. I like Jurassic Park. I like Steven Spielberg movies. Last summer, I went to Costa Rica to help coffee farmers get more than minimum wage for their coffee, and I helped them build a garden and stuff. My goals for this season are just to get better as a player, and for life, it's just to be a happy person. What I will remember most about being a sailor is probably all the teamwork and hard work we do. My name's Eli. I'm a sophomore, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
This has been your Sailor Spotlight on KTYV 105.7 and online at SteamboatRadio.com.
Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM is brought to you by
Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, The Corner Slice, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, the Allison Agency with Allstate, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, and Chris Puckett with the Downtown Edward Jones office.
It's time now for Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and SteamboatRadio.com.
The Corner Slice is proud to support the Steamboat Sailors. Celebrate with great food, fun, and friends. Hey students, stop in and grab lunch to go. 2 slices for only $5. Or stay and play games in a laid-back, family-friendly atmosphere. Featuring delicious Brooklyn-style pizza, the Corner Slice is the perfect place to celebrate the Sailors or just come and chill with friends. Open daily from noon to close, and the pizza is hot and ready to go. Located upstairs in Old Town Square at 7th and Lincoln, the Corner Slice, you're gonna love it.
It's underway with the second half of play. Your Steamboat Sailors right to left on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7 and online as well at SteamboatRadio.com. Steamboat has a 5-2 lead after the first half of play. There has been a goaltending change as Murphy Bowman, now the keeper here for Steamboat. And he serves this one up. Worked that far side of the field to play. Arias is going to take this. Bowman does have 2 goals on the game. Excuse me. He's got 2 goals on the game. Quinn Connell actually open up the scoring in the first half. Caparelli and Lopez round out your scores for Steamboat. As on the other side of the ball, it is Rifle who's scored the last 2 goals of the game before the halftime horn. Like I said, just underway here in the second half of play. Steamboat 5-2 with the lead to start things off. Here's Gabe Davis. Works one up the field to play to Moore. Back to Lopez. Lopez has options, and he tried for another feed up to Gabriel Davis. Couldn't connect on it. Now Kevin Castor challenging, pushing forward, sliding forward as well, getting all ball, and eventually it is Rifle who takes it back. They try to push this one up the other direction. Nice job getting a lane by Sam Brown. Finds a nice pass over to Gabriel Davis. Back to Brown on the back line. Works up to Quezada. Leaves it off for Caparelli instead. In the big circle, here's Oliver Caparelli. Reverses course. Will take this one up and finds Quezada. Quezada stutter steps, gets a pass off to Quinn Connell, and Connell's got options here. He decides on Lopez near side, and here comes Daniel Lopez. Serves one across. That one knocked down by a Rifle defender and cleared out as the Bears are able to escape. Your Steamboat Sailors once again were pressing there. Now Kevin Castor gets a foul called against him. Free kick coming up here for the Rifle Bears. Looks as though it's going to be Paul Ceros who will take this for Rifle, waiting for his players to get upfield. Serves one. He's got a good boot on that, but it ends up getting by everybody. And it will be a goal kick coming up as Murphy Bowman will take this for your Steamboat Sailors. Just under 37 minutes left in the game now. 5-2 lead for Steamboat. Do want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. As well as Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends coming to town, give them a call at 879-8000. Ask for the Locals Connection discount. And Mountain Mattress and Furniture, located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local, sleep great. Ball worked up that far side. Your Steamboat Sailors attacking again. This one gets away from the player there for your Sailors. It looks as though that might have been Phoenix Tage, who's actually playing in an attacking role here. Lost it, though, as he was trying to barrel down on the goalkeeper, Jimenez, who has been pretty solid, though the score is not quite indicative of that. He's made some big saves for this Rifle Bears squad. It could have been much worse. Rockies, I just got information, up 1-0 in the third right now. I believe they're playing the Cubs. Ball worked up the field of play, once again, in the wild card that is for baseball. 35-23 left here in the game from Gardner Field. Ball worked around, pushed forward. There's Caparelli challenging. Eventually loses it. Needs help from Tage. Overlap there for Moore. Sends one through. He's got Lopez, who gets whistled back on that. Not sure I agree with it. Tough to really play anymore, though. When the whistle blows. The officials and their whistles always seem to get the last call. Looks as though it's once again going to be taken by Paul Ceros. Serves one up, and it hops through all the way into the 18. Gathered in there by Murphy Bowman. And Bowman's now going to just roll this one out. Finds Davis. Quickly gives it back to Kevin Castor. Has to chase down the sideline, and a little errant play on the ball there from Castor. It'll be a Rifle Bears ball. Here is a throw. Comes in, and it's going to be headed out as Riley Moore will turn it up the field of play. A little chip through. Gets by Lopez. He's able to chase it down for a moment. Pass was an errant one. Turned into a Rifle possession. Works around, and eventually he's touched to this near side. Now Castor challenges for it. He's going to try and push it up this near flank, and again gets that one knocked down by a Rifle Bears player, and eventually it will be a goal kick coming up for Murphy Bowman. 33:50 left here in the game. Your Steamboat Sailors on top, 5-2. No goals as of yet here in this second half of play. Bowman's going to decide to build from the back. He's got Castor. Back to Bowman. Settles with the right foot, gets Castor again. Gathers it in and finds Davis. To the middle of the field, he's got his mark. Quezada slipped a little bit. Regains his balance. Ball worked outside. Now Riley Moore takes this one down for your Sailors. Looks to chip it up. He's got Lopez. Good ball. Lopez now coming up with it. He's got opportunities. Finds Caparelli, who tried to touch it back. But a nice job from Rifle taking over again. They'll serve it up to the near side, but it gets past everybody and goes across the sideline. Steamboat throwing now. Toss comes in for the Sailors. And they have it for a moment. I've got to take care of something. Step away for 30 seconds. Back with more here. 5-2, your Sailors on top on KTYV 105.7. Also online at steamboatradio.com.
Couple of substitutions for the Bears. Bears home. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Back with you here as play resumes from Gardner Field. Pass came up the near sideline, a little too far for Lopez, and eventually it's out across the sideline. Mark Valencia will now take the throw-in for Rifle. Valencia finds his mark. Bears trying to advance this one. A swarm of defenders in the way there for your Steamboat Sailors, though, and Castor will eventually touch this out across the near sideline. Throw in here just a few feet off of the end line for the Rifle Bears with 31-16 to play in first half action. Looks as though it's going to be long ball specialist Isaac Rivas to throw this in. He's got it to the 18. Headed out there. Nice job from Steamboat. Cleared right back in, and a good job from Arias. One of the captain's bands wrapped around his arms here on a Tuesday evening. So Steamboat Sailors right now owning a 7-2-1 record. They're 5-2-1 in league play. It's another big week here for Steamboat. They've got this game and a Saturday game against Evergreen. They're hosting teams the rest of the way out, at least in regular season play, and hoping to make a run at a playoff position. It's going to take a good effort from Steamboat, that's most assured. Here now is Gabriel Davis. Turns one up the field, gets Caparelli, slides back, can't get the initial touch on it, though Quezada is right there. And Alejo Quezada finds Davis to Castor. Up the field, he's got Quinn Connell. Just misfired on the pass. Now it's going to be taken by Sam Brown. He needs a little bit of support. Looking for it in the form of Phoenix Tage on the far side. Players go down. Quinn Connell has it. Overlap comes from Arias. Arias now to the middle of the field finds Lopez. Leaves one off. Here's Moore. Moore steps around a player and rips a shot that ends up going wide. And there's under half an hour to play now in the game. Steamboat has the ball again off the ensuing kick. Comes to Moore, sends it to Caparelli under his legs, and eventually worked their way by Rifle. Nutmegged himself on that one. Now the ball again taken by Steamboat off a nice tackle from Davis. Sends a pass up the field to the middle circle. Taken back by the Rifle Bears for a moment. Quinn Connell does tackle it away and has possession again for Steamboat. Here's Tage. Sent one in looking for Lopez. It was a little too far for him. Challenging is Caparelli. Bounces around off of Caparelli, and eventually he does come up with it, finding Connell. Swings it outside to Phoenix Tage. Tage now going to try and step around a defender. He does so. Lets one fly. Big save from Jimenez, who went left to right and had a great diving effort to make that stop. Now Jimenez looking for his options on the field. Doesn't have any that he likes in terms of throwing it. Decides to punt one upfield. That got knocked down by Quezada. Got it to Connell. Up now to Moore. Riley Moore steps around a player. Looks for a chip through. That man was off sides.
Last shot from Steamboat, number 40, Joe Westermeyer.
Going to be a free kick now. Ball skips twice. Murphy Bowman will gather it out of the air. Quickly looks to throw this one up the field. He's got Arias. Arias settles. Gives it inside to Connell. Leaves it off for Quezada. Lost the ball in a challenge there. Rifle takes over. And now a through ball from the Bears. Going to go too far. Ends up getting scooped up by Bowman. Throws it near side. Now he's got Riley Moore on a quick restart. Moore sends up this left wing. Looking for Davis. Steps into that. Nice play from Gabriel Davis. Finds Quezada. Hopped over his foot. Taken back by Rifle, challenged and tackled away from them by Riley Moore. Moore takes it. Your Steamboat Sailors right to left on the radio dial here in the second half of play. They've got a 5-2 lead. 27-26 remaining, and it looks as though it's going to be Arias sending this one up the field. Headed the other way by a diving defender for Rifle, though Lopez does take it back. Gives it into Moore. Moore, little through ball. He's looking for Caparelli, steps into this, serves one back across, and it's just behind the black jerseyed attacking players for your Sailors. Rifle takes it, clear the danger area, though it's taken right back in and fired to Riley Moore once again. A little chip through from Moore, and his man was in behind the line. And another offsides infraction against your Sailors. 5-2 lead here in second half action. Steamboat on top of the visiting Rifle Bears, looking to stretch their record to 8-2-1 on the season. Hopefully they can do that if they continue to play strong through the duration of this one. It's going to be taken now by Sailors Gabriel Davis, near side. Davis works it back to Castor. Tried to chip one up. It goes off of a Rifle Bear player and out of bounds. It's thrown for Steamboat. Quinn Connell takes it, quickly gets it up to Caparelli. Trying to get away from one man. Passes back to Connell into the middle of the field. He's got a wide open Riley Moore. Moore, with plenty of time and space, fires a pass that's eventually intercepted. Worked it away by the Bears. Nice job tackling it away from Arias, though. He gets it back for Steamboat. Gives it to Moore. Another errant pass turned the other way by Rifle, only so far as the midfield line. Sam Brown fires it up. He's got his man. Again, it's Moore. Sent up that right flank now. Here's Phoenix Tage into the 18. Tage stops on a dime, reversing course, gets it back to Moore. Riley Moore now turns and fires, and Jimenez will make an easy save. Under 26 minutes remaining here in the game. Big booming kick going to be headed on by a Rifle Bear. Taken now by Brown. Sends it back to Murphy Bowman. Chips one up. Going to be taken by Quinn Connell. Connell gives it right back to Bowman once again. Sends it up to Kevin Castor. Quickly up now to Caparelli. Worked all the way back into the 18, and it'll be Jimenez for Rifle who will take this. Sends a long ball up the field to play. Castor intercepted the midfield line. Nice job from Castor. A little 360 move. Chips one up that right wing to Tage into the 18. Tage rips one. What a stop from Jimenez. Diving right to left. Extends out the left arm and is able to make an unbelievable stop on that one. Great effort from Phoenix Tage. And there's under 25 to go now in this game. 5-2 the score. Corner kick coming up from the near sideline. Again, your Sailors right to left on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7 and online at steamboatradio.com. Once more, it's Moore. Easy for me to say. Surfing one up, bounces around. I think that hit off of a Rifle defender. And it is 6-2 now. Your Steamboat Sailors with the lead.
That's an own goal, folks. That will likely be credited to number 26, Riley Moore.
So Moore is going to get the credit for that one, though it is an own goal, as he just ripped that one in on the service. Usually he has a little bit more loft under that ball, trying to get it up and have big Kevin Castor in there battling for that. But with the conditions as they are, he just rips one into the 6, and it ends up carrying off a defender and going in. 24-11 left now in the game, and your Sailors, who are right to left on the radio dial, take a 6-2 lead. You can also watch this game online at steamboatradio.com or our YouTube channel. You can just YouTube Steamboat Radio, subscribe, and watch all the videos. Here's another through ball from Moore. He's going to find Lopez chasing this one down. Going one-on-one. Lopez reverses course away from one defender. Cuts towards that 18. Reverses again. Tries to get away from the defender, looks to nutmeg him. Still comes free with the ball, serves one up. Bouncing around, and there's Tage settling. Couldn't quite get the shot off. Now it's Arias. Gives it back to Connell. A little chip play there from Connell. He couldn't quite connect. He was looking for Phoenix Tage once again. And eventually, it's out of bounds on the far sideline off of a defender. So Steamboat will throw in once more just in front of the Rifle Bears bench. Brian Arias takes this toss, gets it to Riley Moore. Tries to volley one upfield, but couldn't get a man. Taken back by Caparelli for a moment. Lost it. Takes it back again. Nice tackle there from Caparelli. Gets a pass off, finding Riley Moore, and he's just going to go to his back line. Big Kevin Castor takes it for the Sailors. Gets it up to Quinn Connell. Back to Castor again as they play pitch and catch over the 50-yard line. Now again it's going to be Castor. Got it to Lopez. Heel pass from Lopez. A little too far for him on that return feed. And now Lopez will intercept a ball off of the ensuing throw-in. Gets it to Davis, to Connell. Quinn Connell tried to escape, eventually ran into too many defenders, and Rifle will clear this one up the field of play. Comes all the way into the 18. Murphy Bowman steps into that and just rips one that ends up going out of play on the near sideline. And so some substitutions being made for the Rifle Bears. While I've got a second, I want to thank the Corner Slice. Celebrate the Sailors with good food, fun, and friends in Old Town Square, downtown Steamboat. Also, Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. And, of course, Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Alejo Quezada takes it for Steamboat off the throw-in. Now it's Lopez. Through ball from Lopez. Caparelli was caught again behind the defensive line. He was trying to retreat to get onside, causing that through ball to go all the way into the keeper's hands, and Jimenez will take this and just roll it forward for the Rifle Bears. Challenging, it's Lopez and Caparelli. Caparelli steps away from a defender. He's going to go for goal, and that one, as he turned to shoot, was eventually blocked off by a Rifle Bears defender. Working out of Quinn Connell. Connell's going to go for goal as well, keeping this one around the turf level, and eventually Jimenez scoops that up as well. Jimenez now will punt this one away. Comes down well beyond that midfield line, taken by Kevin Castor. Again, Kevin's had a really good game here. He's done an excellent job with the body, making sure that he's utilized that size he has, and now he's away. Castor's in behind the defense. Cuts to his strong foot, shoots and scores. Kevin Castor with a good-looking run makes this a 7-2 game on a nice feed on the through ball, but Castor ends up scoring a goal just as I was talking about what a game he's been having. And now it's on both sides. Defensively, he has been very sound, but he has not been shy about jumping up into the field of play and getting his offensive chances as well. 20:47 left here in this game. 7-2 score. Now off the restart, it's going to be taken by Rifle. They work it to the near side. Try and chip one up the field. Nice job from Lopez. He gets it to the Wizard. Noah Heckel inside to Riley Moore. Moore taken down. Foul. Free kick.
Foul there.
And a quick restart. Served up into the 18. There's Arias on the overlap. Sends one back. He's got Heckel. Shoots and scores. No, that's Gabriel Davis. Sorry. 6 and 8's confused here. But Gabriel Davis makes it 8-2 on a nice-looking play all the way around. And Davis scores for the Sailors. Extending the lead out to 6 now. 20:12 left here in the second half of play. I want to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Also, UC Health, a Yampa Valley Medical Center, bringing innovative and leading-edge care to patients throughout the Rocky Mountains. Ball's restarted once again. Taking this is Quinn Connell. Finds Davis. Up to Heckel. To Connell again. Quinn Connell's going to go for it. He launches one in. Jimenez with the stop there, reading that one all the way into his hands. Got to step away for a quick second. Back in 30 seconds here with more on your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. Back with you here from Gardner Field. Sailors with the ball. It's going to be Riley Moore in the big circle, taking this one, getting away from pressure. Opens up a lane, tries to put that shoulder down and get around the last defender. Couldn't do it. Needs help now to Alejo Quezada, who has the ball right about that midfield line. Fires up a quick pass back. He's got his man. Progressed along further there to Murphy Bowman back in his own 18. Bowman gets one up the field. He's got Heckel. Hops over defender. Lopez is in behind the defense. He's coming up the left wing. Lopez is all alone. Shoots and scores. Daniel Lopez right through what I'd call the 5-hole. Makes this a 9-2 game. Lopez extending the lead out. Nice job from Bowman getting it all the way up the field of play there. Ended up skipping over a couple defenders, and Lopez was the man who was in the best position to make a run at that ball. He scores his second goal of the game. 9 goals. But looking at the scoring sheet, there's only been, 7 different goal scorers, so only 2 players who have multiple goal games. 17:57 left now. And with the lead, it is going to be run clock with the 7-goal differential. Restart whistle comes. Unless Rifle's able to score, they'll get one that skips once. Knocked down by Bowman. And he's going to eventually pick this one up. Murphy Bowman now drops it. Puts it up the field of play, headed down by Lopez. Then Moore sends it to the left wing. Heckel is coming in. He's going to try and serve it through to Quinn Connell, who eventually, again, just lost his footing there. You can see he was trying to do a little overstep move and got beat there by the turf. It is pretty slick, and it has continued to carry some of that moisture with it as it didn't have any heat to really dry it off. So we've got 17:11 left now in what is a 9-2 game. Your Sailors on top, the right to left on the radio dial. Lopez looks like he's checking out and has probably seen the last of his evening. And in his stead comes Joey Westermeyer. Service coming from the near sideline when we restart. It's going to be Riley Moore. Moore serves this one up. He's looking back post. Got a man. There's Connell. And eventually he's going to get beat to the ball by Jimenez. Nice job from the keeper there for this Rifle squad. Able to get to that ball first. Tries to roll one out. It's going to be taken back by Moore. Riley Moore trying to get into the 18 now. And he's going to just get away from pressure. Turns, fires a little service over. That one is cleared out by the Bears defenders. And now Kevin Castor, again, up there to make a nice play at the ball at the midfield line. He tries to get away and get free of some of those Rifle players. And eventually you can see that this Rifle team is a little deflated and very tired. They've been playing a lot on their heels, and it's always seemingly tougher to play defense than it is offense. You have a little more energy when you're on the offensive side of things. It's going to be Gabriel Davis who takes this. Fires a quick pass into Quezada. Now to Quinn Connell. Tried to give it off to Riley Moore. Needed some help from Quezada, but they almost came up with the ball. Rifle does take it, however. They try to attack, and running that one down was Danny Espinosa, but not in time before it crossed the sideline. Throw in Steamboat. 15.5 to go in the game. 9-2 lead. Your Sailors are on top. So a 4-1 game in Rifle, but you can just see that there are definitely pitches that are tougher to play at. Rifle's one of them. They don't get to play on that football field down there at the high school. They're right off to the side, and it is a natural grass field, which doesn't mean a whole lot this year because the Sailors have done a whole lot of practicing on grass field over at Dudley, but it's better kept than both Rifle and here's Westermeyer, who's offsides. But it's definitely better kept than, Rifle and the long natural grass over in Glenwood. All that being said, the Sailors are a little more used to it than they may have been, but they're only able to take down this Rifle team 4-1. So it's tougher to go in and play. Today you can see they're on their home turf. Your Sailors have really from the get-go been the dominant team. Even when it was 5-2 towards the tail end of that first half of play, you knew that there were some big names on the bench for the Sailors at the time. And Steamboat really has come out here in the second half, and they haven't allowed for as much give. They've definitely been playing strong, and from that they've also continued to keep their foot on the gas. So it's 9-2. I want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and homeowner's friend. Throw coming from the near side. That one's going to go over the head of one man, the two. Eventually, we've got ourselves a lifted leg on that throw in from Heckle, and so it'll be a Rifle ball now from the near sideline, deep in their own territory. 13:44 remaining in this one and ticking down. Second half action, 7 goals between the two teams. So like I said, Steamboat's really dominated, 9-2 the score. And in the second half, they've come out. There was, 10 minutes of scoreless play, but Steamboat was possessing most of the numbers. And then what was really an own goal, it'll count. We'll give it to Riley Moore because he was the one who served it up, hit off the defender, went in. That opened it up again. That was followed up by Kevin Castor with a great individual effort. And then it was Gabriel Davis on a nice passing play. And then eventually Lopez on a good individual effort as well. Players tie up on the near side. Looks as though it's a foul against the Wizard, Noah Heckle. And that'll be a free kick coming up now for the Rifle Bears. 13 minutes remaining. Kick comes up near sideline. Bears have this, trying to advance to the midfield line. They did have the spread where they got 2 goals towards the tail end of that first half. And you could see that they were at least excited and there was some energy building up for the Bears. But like I said, Steamboat came out here in the second half and they just immediately took that away. Long ball attempt is going to be off the mark there. Good opportunity from the foot of Emmanuel Marine, but he just did not have the angle to get around that last defender for Steamboat. Nice job from Perez, who got back. And now Bowman going to take this. Quickly gets it to Kevin Castor. Castor will work it across the top of the 18 with a pass to Sam Brown. Brown's right up the field to Quinn Connell. To Perez. Back to Connell. Up now to Moore in the big circle. Right around that midfield line. Riley Moore serves one up. Nice little diving header from a Rifle Bear defender to push it back the other way, but Moore takes over again. Then he's tackled off the ball, and Rifle takes it to the midfield line. Moore followed up, however. He gets it up to Noah Heckle now, and Heckle is going to do a little overstep, and he's eventually going to be bodied off, and the ball comes free. A throw-in coming for Rifle. Guerrero starts that one quickly, gets his man, but while initially he had possession, Moore eventually did come up with it. Now Heckle trying to keep this one alive. It looks as though it did cross the line, and it will be a throw-in coming up from the near sideline for this Rifle Bear squad. Substitution being made before we get that throw-in as we tick down to the final 11 minutes of play here from Gardner Field. One more time, I'm going to step away. We'll be back with more in 30 seconds. Back with you here for more from Gardner Field. As we are ticking down to the last 10 minutes of play, Murphy Bowman takes this, sends it over near side. He's got his man, Phoenix Tage. Up the middle of the field, he's got Quezada. One-touch play to Riley Moore. Moore gets it outside to Quinn Connell, and Connell's going to step up here, trying to make a run of it. The Bears do nullify that attack. Worked it in the middle of the field again. It'll be taken by Rifle. And worked up as Kevin Castor eventually runs into a passing lane and intercepts a ball the Bears were trying to get through. Castor now steps around a man. Gets a pass up to Riley Moore. Moore progresses it as well, finding Quinn Connell. Connell goes up that right wing. Foot race here. Phoenix Tage not going to be the first man there. Trying to challenge the Bears man off of the ball. Eventually it will be a corner kick, as Tage was able to press the defender there for Rifle into making an errant play with that one. It crosses the end line in totality, and Steamboat will send Riley Moore to the far side. Again, Steamboat right to left on the radio dial here. Service comes in. It's going to be inside out. And Quinn Connell was trying to get up to make a play at that ball. No one was around. He was almost in a bicycle-esque form. Now it looks as though we've got a foul and a free kick coming up here.
Foul on Steamboat.
8.5 minutes to go here in this game. 9-2 the score. If you couldn't tell by my commentating, there's definitely been a lull in the action. It's definitely been something where your Sailors have just become dominant, simply dominant over this Rifle Bears team. This one's going to end up going into the 18 of your Steamboat squad, and Murphy Bowman's going to be challenged, and he'll eventually scoop that ball up for Steamboat, taking it out to the top of the 18. He'll drop kick this one. It'll be knocked out of the air by a Rifle Bears player. Followed up, however, and Quinn Connell takes it back. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sure you've heard it if you've listened before, but these certain games, even if there's blowouts, there can be blowouts that are fun to call, and occasionally there's a game where it is just complete dominance. And outside of those 2 goals, even with those 2 goals, I would say, from Rifle in the second part of that first half, you could tell the Steamboat really had no question as to what the outcome of this game would be, and they've been able to really enact their will throughout the better part of this 80 minutes. Just 7:25 left before we wrap things up here from Gardner Field. Again, pretty busy week in sports across Routt and Moffat County. Today we've got this soccer game being brought to you on KTYV 105.7, online at steamboatradio.com. Thursday we will be bringing you Steamboat Sailors football from Stoker Stadium. That's always a really fun one to call a game from. Tyler's going to be having a call for us right here again on KTYV 105.7, online as well. I don't know if we're going to be online. We'll stream online for sure, but I don't think that we're going to have video on that. Friday, I'll head to Aspen as the Moffat County Bulldogs football team takes on the Aspen Skiers. And then Saturday, right back here again, we'll have Steamboat Boys Soccer as Evergreen comes to town from down on the Front Range. Should be a good matchup and good for the Sailors in terms of a measuring stick. The Evergreen squad, always a really fun team to play. So we've got 6:15 remaining here in this one. Steamboat pressing forward once again. Ball worked in. Westermeyer takes it, works it through. Beautiful through ball there to Quinn Connell, who was knocked off just at the last portion of that. Quinn Connell very nearly got through to have an opportunity at his second goal of the game after he opened the scoring up way back in half number 1. That was taken by Alejo Quezada. He can't get through a defender. Kicked out of bounds. And eventually it will be a Steamboat throw-in just at the end of the Rifle bench, far side of the field to play. Toss comes in. Quezada couldn't get the heel pass to go. And instead it's Rifle who at least gets it to the midfield line. Now a foot race, but Kevin Castor will be the first man there. He pushes it back to Bowman, who steps up and tried to give it right back to Castor. Instead found Tage. Switches the pitch on a quick little pass far side. And out of the possession of Zetzman. Sliding back now is Quezada. Got through. Rifle had a man in behind the defense. And it looks as though there will be a foul and a free kick coming up here for the Bears. This one's just 7 yards from the top of the 18 as the center official has extra words with Kevin Castor. Free kick coming up here for the Rifle Bears. Under 5 to go in the game. Big wall in front. Looks as though there's 4 guys for Steamboat. Another Rifle player additionally in that wall as well as they jockey for position. And here comes the kick. Hard and low. Stopped by Murphy Bowman. Nice save there from Bowman, and he's just going to fake a roll out to the near side and eventually take it to the top of his 18 before bowling one right up, and it's a strike. Telejo Quezada back to Kevin Castor. Has to retreat, and eventually works into Murphy Bowman. Up with a one-touch play to Quezada. Quezada turns it up the field again for your Steamboat Sailors. Right to left on the radio dial here on KTYV 105.7. Online as well as steamboatradio.com. Finds Quinn Connell, split the D, lost the ball. Bears take it back. Swing and a miss there from a Rifle defender. Connell's knocked down. Referee plays advantage. Comes back. Phoenix Tage heads it forward. Connell in there as well. He'll challenge. Couldn't come up with the ball. Instead taken by Rifle, but eventually dispossessed as Sam Brown got back defensively for your Steamboat Sailors. 3.5 left in the game. Chip through. It's out there. Oh, look at that. Axel Kovac playing a little bit of attack here for the Steamboat Sailors. I remember the days when we saw a lot more of that with the keepers who would sub out. Who's the big one? McCauley. Andrew McCauley would play quite a bit of attacking once he subbed out in some of these games. 3:05 left in the matchup here for your Steamboat Sailors, on their way to an 8-2-1 record overall, 6-2-1 in league play. 9-2 the score. Big service headed out by Quinn Connell. Over the head of one man, Kovac is in the vicinity. He's going to get a chance to gather that in. Couldn't quite come up with possession. Taken out by Tage, and he fires one up. Taken back by the Wizard. Tried to get it into Joey Westermeyer. Westermeyer looked to turn the Jets on. Lost the ball as one of his touches went a little too far. Steamboat throw-in now. Noah Heckel's going to take now. He leaves it off for Phoenix Tage, who will take this in his stead. Throw is over. Kicked out by a Rifle defender. And that becomes a souvenir in the stands. 2:15 left here in this one as we've got 9-2 score. Goal scorers. Quinn Connell, Murphy Bowman, Daniel Lopez, Oliver Caparelli, Murphy Bowman with his second, Riley Moore on an own goal, Kevin Castor, Gabriel Davis, and then Lopez with his second. 9-2 score. Rifles upfield. Ball worked around. Bears trying to attack. They work up that left wing. Foot race here, and Sam Brown, first man there for your Sailors. He kicks it out of the danger area with 90 seconds remaining here in the game. Throwing from deep here in Steamboat territory for the Rifle Bears. One last time, I want to run through the sponsors. Give them a shout out. Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, The Corner Slice, Mountain View Car Wash, Russell's Auto Salon, Yampa Valley, Steamboat Ace Hardware, UC Health, Yampa Valley Medical Center, Chris Buck of the Downtown Edward Jones office, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, and Mountain Mattress and Furniture. All proudly supporting athletics here for the Steamboat Sailors, making this broadcast possible. Shout out to our favorite listener over in Texas. He's always tuned in. Handball called against the Sailors. Free kick coming up here in the last 38 seconds of play. For Rifle, they're about 2 yards back from the top of the 18. This should just about wrap things up after it's all said and done as the clock continues to tick down. Steamboat brings everybody back into the big box here. 20 seconds on the clock. 4-man wall. Official gets out of the way. Whistle blows. Man may go for goal on here. He does. Hits off a defender. Goes out of bounds. Corner kick coming up. And I don't know if they'll be able to even kick this one away in time. 5 seconds on the clock now. Man's trying to jaunt out there, but I think that'll do it. 9-2 the final score here from Steamboat High School and Gardner Field. Your Sailors able to take this one.